Hello fuckers, we are back at Strength Asylum for another Saturday session. I've got squats, yoke, sandbag carries, and Rosie is doing some axle, I believe.
Axle cleans, light hot potato axle,
Yeah,
some sandbag,
yeah.
hamstrings, machinery.
She's got a bad attitude this morning already. She's saying, I don't want to be here, all that kind of stuff. Saying I'm going to perform badly in my session.
Jesus!
Yeah. She said, Joe, I don't know why you're bothering with this sport anymore, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, just warming up on the axle now. I am sticking with like a power style clean rather than splitting my legs just because it's been feeling really shit. So I'm sticking with the power cleans for today. My focus mostly is not letting myself extend too much because I'm finding that I can get in a much better position underneath the bar. If my extension is more like here, I can get down faster, whereas if I'm sending the bar up here, I've not got the time to get back down. So I'm aiming for my feet to stay relatively close to the floor. Okay, so I think that was pretty good. This is 70 on the bar now. Going to aim for more of the same. So again, I'm looking that I'm only extending enough in relation to the weight, and I'm also aiming for my feet to stay planted where they are. So I want to be dipping, driving and dropping on the spot with none of the stuff that I do to get myself out of the shit. Just going to force myself to stop at the belt here. Just got to say it out loud as I approach the bar so that I don't fucking forget again. In terms of putting the correct amount of force into each rep, that was much better.
So, I'm at 200 kilos. This week I'm bringing the wraps back in because we're allowed to wear wraps for the squat. You have a choice. You can either wear wraps, neoprenes with wraps, or plied sleeves. So I tend to do my warm-ups in the ply sleeves, and then I'll do my top sets in wraps, and then I'll do my back-offs in wraps as well, I think. There's a lot of skill in wraps. A lot of skill that a lot of strongmen don't have, including me, really. But I do get something out of them. You just have to be very patient, not panic, and make sure that your line stays true. Because that's what a lot of people do. They end up basically with their arse in the air and back down, which is a problem that I have as well with squats. It's probably other weaknesses as well, but the wraps don't help because you've got so much spring in your knees. Your knees lock out, and then your back end, you end up fucking bent over. Do you know what I mean? It becomes a good morning, which is a movement I'm not good at all. So we try to avoid that. But a multiply sleeve is like a light wrap. It feels like a light wrap. So I'll get Rosie to record my wrapping technique. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Josh Brown showed me how to do it a few years ago, who is a ex-powerlifter who's now a strongman. But yeah, so I've got a good enough technique with it. I just need to kind of make sure I'm doing it these next couple of weeks as we go into the comp. So I've got this week and then I've got 2 more weeks after this of decent heavy training. But as I said before, I'm going to be in Germany, so I will still rap, but I can't guarantee the quality of my training because I have to prioritise work when I'm there, obviously. So yeah, let's see how this goes. 180 felt really nice. I've got the underbelt on now as well for maximal fucking tension around my lower back and creating a good brace. Obviously, I think what people say about belts protecting you is a bit of bullshit, really. They don't protect you. They just give you something to brace against, and a tighter belt with an underbelt means that I'm able to brace even harder into it. The track for this last warm-up set before we go into the wraps is we're going with Pop 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 Idols, which is kind of dark, weird shit that gets me going. This at the minute in Irish folk. Easy. Easy enough. Top set today is 240 for 5, as per Glasscock. So, when you're squatting in wraps, you need to be fucking fast, because the pain and the discomfort these things cause is second to nothing else in lifting, in my opinion. Fucking suit doesn't come near it. Yeah, you have pressure in the suit, but the level of calm that you need for a tight wrap, these aren't even that fucking tight. So, I use the Cerberus Elite wraps, which is quite a stiff wrap. But I've always had to self-wrap because I've never really had anyone around me that knows how to wrap these well. So the way I do it is like a lattice wrap. Like I say, Josh Brown showed me how to do this years ago. So you start off, you want it on the lower side of the patella tendon, and you want it on the inside of your knee like this. Now, I don't believe in wrapping in or out either. I think it's a load of bollocks. I think you can wrap whichever way you want, and it's not a massive deal. So you start like this, and you create the initial tension by pulling out and getting that tight across there, yeah? So you want that tight across there. Then you come round, your first wrap, down. Your next wrap, up. Your next wrap, down. Your next wrap, up. Yeah? So you see, it doesn't leave any material. And then you want to get a long nose plier in there like that, yeah? And what that does means that when I come round again now, this material, I open this, I pinch it, and I pull it through, yeah? So there, I've got an easy release. So other knee, I like to go from this side. I don't really give a shit about which side to start on. So over, locking the kneecap in place with a straight leg. Up. Down. Up. Down. Last wrap now. Pliers go in. Over there. Feed the material through. Pinch. Pull. a difference. Easy unwrap. The difference it makes is massive. The level of spring you get out of them, mad. Right, back offs, first set, 210 kilos for 6. The fucking bar took a chunk out of my little thing on the last fucking, when I re-wrapped it. Very annoying. So, song for this set is Animals by Nickelback, taking a leaf out of Paddy Trains Haynes' book, because Paddy Haynes loves to watch trains, just so you know. These ain't fucking work. Yeah.
Watch your fingers.
Ain't good. Quick release beat. So that was really fucking good. Line was good. Wasn't absolutely sending it into the hole, which is something I'm guilty of doing in the past, just to try and get some stretch reflex out of the wraps on my hips. So I'm not doing that anymore, which I'm really happy with. I'm just stopping at parallel. It feels really fucking easy. So I know that wasn't particularly heavy, but I wanted to do all my sets in wraps today to just get some exposure, because I've not wrapped my knees in a year. I've not squatted in wraps for a year, and it's quite a skill-based thing. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Onto the next stuff now. Split squats, yoke and sandbag carries.
Having a bad time trying to record anything here, but I've had an interesting one really. So my cleans went off on a bit of a trajectory and then sort of came back around, and I ended up doing everything that I wanted, plus I got 2 singles at 100 kilos, which isn't really that big of a deal when I'm saying I'm going to be getting a world record, but it's something that I've never actually done, and I've sort of been putting it on a bit of a pedestal in my head the last few weeks, and sort of this is the kind of the reason why I've been doing the split cleans, because I've told myself that I can't clean 100 kilos with my usual technique. Well, I fucking have twice, so the narrative that I'm feeding myself is incorrect. So I finished with them. I was really happy with my cleans. I have now moved on to some hot potato floor to overhead. Now, I've found I really love hot potato, and 80% of the time it goes really well for me. 20% of the time I completely lose direction and fuck it up. And it's because there's a lack of tension. There's a lack of tension when I do hot potato. I'm really just using momentum and very little strength whatsoever. But I want to just develop it a little bit and get me just thinking a little bit more mindful about positions. So I'm doing some paused hot potato jerks, which is like a juxtaposition in a sentence, but that is what I'm doing, and you'll see this is my last set of it now, but hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate exactly what I have been doing and trying to do. A bit like that. Yeah, a bit like that, but better, really. I'm aiming for it to be a bit better. Let me look at that back. Let me watch that back. That wasn't as bad as I thought, but I do believe that I can do it better with more tension, better positions. I'm going to go again. that was dead good actually.
Right, Yoke, this is my final warm-up. I think it's around 3:05. My working weight is 350 today. So pretty steady, nothing too heavy. Focusing on speed still. I will do a speedy turnaround as well, because again, something I'm not very good at generally. So doing them every set is pretty good practice. Just a repick, turn and repick. Track for this one, Rosie getting in the way, her favourite. Random man coming in. Oh no, he's changed his mind. Right, let's go. Didn't do the turnaround. What a knob. We're on now. 360 kilo my working weight. Well, it's not 350. So 360 kilos. Just make it fast. It's not feeling that fast today, being honest with you. But I'm going to try my best. I need to. 360 where I start kind of thinking it's a bit more kind of heavy, really. Yeah. Got 400 for 30 metres in comp, so I need to shut up and get on with it, don't I, really? A lot of people could, benefit from that advice. Shut up and get on with it. You clown, you arse hat. That was okay. Not the best, to be honest with you. Right. I'm now doing my fucking strapped frame. I should have done it earlier in the week in a different session, but I haven't had time to do it because I've got so much going on. Busy at work, and then I've got we're having a bathroom done at the minute, which means that I can't shower at home, and I'm too fucking portly to fit in the bath. I tried and it was a fucking disaster, so I can't get the walls wet around the bath, you see, so I'm showering at the gym, which is taking more time out of my day. So I'm going to another gym and I'm saunaing as well, so yeah, it's a fucking pain in the arse. And this is a mental event as well. So we've got in the comp 400 kilo strapped frame hold for time, which doesn't sound good for Joe Brown, being honest with you. It's not something I'm normally good at. I like an end point for an event, so I know what I've got to do, and I've just got to do it as quick as possible. Do you know what I mean? Like max distance carries and max time for me is pretty shit normally, but don't get me wrong, I'll try my best. That's 185 kilos, which felt okay. Ben's put me in 300 for today, I think. Fairly wide frame, but I've got no idea what they're going to use on the day, so I'm just going, worst case with a big massive fucker. And then on the day, if it's a bit closer, it'll probably be a bit nicer, won't it? It's one of those events where I've really got no idea what to expect in terms of times, of what other people are capable of, what I'm even capable of. I've not been near 400 kilos yet for this event. I don't think it's particularly productive to do that, really. Not sure it's something you can train that effectively in a short window of time. Pain tolerance. Because you just feel it a lot in like your shoulders, around your traps, and your your upper back really. So that was 185. So this is 265, something like that. Yeah, 205, 225, 245, 265. Yeah, 265. So this will probably be second and last warm up. We're probably not going to have a lot of warm up on the day for this event. My biceps pulling a bit actually, I thought. Yeah, I'm not sure it's something you want to do a massive amount of training for, really. One of those events, in my opinion, it's a bit of nonsense, really. Right, let's go. Not enjoyable at all. It is pulling a bicep. A lot of stuff I don't like about doing that. The straps really pull your wrists as well. Surprising amount. Like I'm feeling it all around here. And that's 260. Never lifted a frame with the straps before, apart from when I trained last week. And it hurt then as well. I've never done a block of it or anything. Don't like that one bit. Just thinking, it's one of them, innit? It's like, they're not gonna, obviously, don't think they're letting you wear figure eights for this, because Ultimate Strongman tend not to let you wear figure eights. But I'm not sure whether these are the best straps for the job, really. I don't know. Versa grips might be good for it, you know. But they may fall like your fingers, but I've never... When I did OSG, I used Versa grips, and Paul Smith very kindly lent me his. And honestly, I think they're fucking incredible. I think they're so good. Very, very effective tool. Very, very quick to get in and out of. And Cerberus have just brought out their own version of them that's supposed to be very good as well. So use code BIGSEXYLIFTS if you want to try them out, because they'll no doubt be cheaper than VersaGrip as well, because VersaGrips are really expensive for what they are. A flap of leather with some foam. I know they're well stitched and everything, but the Cerberus one's supposed to be very similar. So yeah, I may get some of them and give that a go, but might be too close to the comp really. I've not really got any other options with me. I've got figure eights, which when you're out here is a fucking stupid idea anyway. And I've got Versas and that's it. Sorry, not Versas, and figure sixes and that's it. And I've got axle figure sixes and axle figure eights, but I've got no real different. This is one of those events where it's annoying, because I've got an idea of what I've got to do on a lot of stuff. You get that when you get to know who you're competing against and that, and when you are trying to win I've got an idea what I need to do on the log, what I need to do on the deadlift, how I need to move on the yoke, how fast I need to be with the bags, the squat. I've got an idea of what people are capable of. So it's like, it's pretty black and white. This person's done this, they're probably going to do this on the day. And then obviously you get it on the day as well, in terms of, like, providing you do pretty well, you get an idea by watching people, don't you? But this is one of them where it's like, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows what someone can hold for, a minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds? How long's a fucking piece of string? Mad. Right, I'm going to have 5 minutes before I do this. So I want it to be a decent amount of time. Right, here we fucking go. I just feel my bicep pulling. That didn't feel hard, to be honest. But it did feel like my fucking bicep was pulling like fuck. Weird. Weird. I'm going to have to talk to some people about that. Might talk to Josh, Lancaster, Paul, because I know Paul's done a lot of these. Not nice. Right, that's me done. Sandbags. Second run was better. Once I pulled myself together, stop being a fat mess about it. I'm fit enough for that shit now. It's a mind thing, innit? Going slow sometimes. But no, it was a good session overall. A lot done today. Back in Monday for log, fucking dreaded log. Tuesday will be probably deadlifts, potentially yoke and frame again. And then Wednesday, I'm driving to Germany. And then I'm there on Thursday as well. Like driving. And then I'm there for a week basically. But I'll find a gym there where I can do some stuff. But it won't be a strongman gym because in Germany, strongman's pretty non-existent. It's not like, some other countries you go to, you can find them. America, you can always find them. Some parts of Scandinavia, there's decent amount of strongman kit knocking about. Germany, you really are going to be hard push to find places apart from like Eisenbar, which is one gym in a massive country. So yeah, it'll be mainly barbell training, deadlift, squats, and accessories, and I'll be able to do cardio there, just non-strongman specific cardio, which is definitely better than doing nothing. So yeah, looking forward to getting this peak finished and competing, getting to England's Strongest Man again, Ultimate Strongman that is, and competing there in May. Signing off for today. Bye guys. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. You must have found it interesting in some capacity, unless you hate watching, which is fine as well. But yeah, please subscribe, please share. Rosie works really hard on these. Admittedly, I won't do any of the work, she does it all. So, bye.